One thing certain in life, one thing that's absolutely certain in life, especially when you're trying to reach a higher octave of your energy, or whenever you're trying to, reach out for something that the average member of society is not necessarily programmed or understands to go for, that's actually good for you. Because, we all like to maintain a level of average level of thinking, average level of feelings, average intellect, average love and value, average passions and desires and things like that. Whenever you try to, let's say, reach for a position of wealth, whenever you try to reach for a position of health, wisdom, and a great relationship with yourself, you might even just go out and buy a salad just because you want to cleanse your body or repair your body. You might eat some fruits, and people might look at you like, bruh, what the fuck are you doing? Because most people are accustomed to going to these fast food chains, go to McDonald's, going to Tim Hortons, and all these things. So automatically that lets you know that the whole unconscious is a whole unconscious bias that we share collectively towards people that just move and behave and act differently, because what you're doing or what I'm doing is not necessarily seen as normal to the average member of society. So we got to understand that, people are going to look at what we're doing and try to hate on it, try to throw shade on it. But it's not necessarily that. It's just that they're so third dimensional. They're so invested in their body. They don't really understand anything of the realms that are above, that are affecting the realms that are below. And they don't understand the relationship between themselves and the realms that are above, to the point that when they see you operating on something that's not normal, they're going to automatically kind of hate on it, not feel safe to, tell you, hey, good job, man, or whatever, It's not going to feel safe, because whatever we're doing, because look, whenever you're doing something new, you're automatically employing the stages of alchemy. Because when you're doing something new, most people are stuck on here, on density, on hell. And density, for the most part, is basically hell, because you're stuck in a non-static state. You're stuck in a state where solid things vibrate on a very slow level. Now, that's not bad, that's not good. But when we can't get out of that solid state, then that becomes hell. Because essentially you don't know how to see something from a much more newer perspective, much more fresher perspective. This way you can do a water cycle, you can do a water loop to the 4th, 5th, 6th dimension, 7th, 8th, 9th dimension, and you can come back on here to the 3D body, to the 3D mind, 3D realm, and create some kind of new idea, some new feeling around some shit that nobody has expressed in that particular way before. Because, like I said, people like to stay on the 3rd dimension, hell, density. When you're trying to do something new, you're automatically applying the 4 stages of alchemy, the 4 stages of creation. What is it? Fire, seeing something in a new way. That's how you even create a religion. That's how you even create a corporation. That's how you even approach something in a unique manner. Even in the marketplace, in whatever you do in life, whether you're picking up girls or whatever you're doing. See what I'm saying? Then water, you want to feel about that outcome. Okay, you saw that thing can be, and it can come to be. Then you use the realm of water. You feel it. You start to anchor that emotion in. You start to hold it, because you got to be that. You got to feel that. You got to maintain that vibration, that frequency, that spectrum inside of you first, before you even experience it outside of you. Because what's getting ready to happen is now we're psyching up our right brain energies, our right brain chakras. And what our right brain chakras is getting ready to do is communicate with our left brain chakras, our masculine chakras. And then it's getting ready to come up with an expression that is logical, that you can communicate with, that you can share that idea with amongst your groups of people, friends and peers, and kind of get criticisms and things like that. But when it comes to the realm of masculinity itself, you're not supposed to get butthurt in your feelings about someone criticizing your idea or your way of doing something. As men, we sit back, we sit in the round table and we're like, hey man, this could be done this way. We discuss ideas because we want to see that idea be fulfilled in the most broadest shape and form, and see the idea goes the furthest, especially when we are actually relating in a similar vibrational spectrum and we have the same goals, we have the same passions and things like that. Not necessarily, what we like to do with our peckers, but what we like to do with our minds and things like that, what we're actually passionate about in the 5th dimension and things of that nature. And so, when you use your masculine chakras, you're going to look at that feeling, you're going to criticize it. Okay, be like, okay, this and this and this and that. Let me create this and this and that. Then you bring it about to density, into reality. You practicalize that form. You might even, you just make something as simple as coconut water. You might see a coconut water and be like, damn, hold on. I see something new in that realm. Let me put some pineapple in this. And let me, I feel like that would be great. I think a lot of people would like it. There's a lot of plain coconut water in the market. And if you understand biology, you can even go further into modifying that coconut water structure and adding particular elements, fruits and vegetables that actually facilitate in the process of hydration or whatever that coconut water is, whatever function is carrying out in the human body in the first place. And then what? You feel it, and then you start to make sense of it. You start to logicalize it with your left brain chakras, and you start to practicalize it with your earth energy and things like that. So when somebody's hating on what you're doing, it ain't nothing personal. It's just a human in the third dimension because they can't fly their mental vehicle. They can't create a form, a shape and a form. Their Merkaba ain't in fucking spinning, bruh. Their chakra wheels ain't spinning. Their Merkaba wheels are slow. They rims on their mental vehicle. It ain't shining, bruh. So they mad at you. They're like, why the fuck you doing things this way? And there is benefits to doing things in a stable, secure, safe, third-dimensional, density manner. Like it's familiar, it's seen by many people, it's safe. You if you go to work every day, you're gonna get a check from your government job. You're gonna get that moolah. You're gonna get that money in a safe manner. But that's why a lot of people don't feel safe starting their own business, especially when it comes to a purpose-based business, because it just seems like something that's not normal on the third dimension. Although all the shadow government did was hijack God's attributes and characteristics via creating their own form, their own feeling, their own way of seeing around that reality, and they made you feel comfortable doing what God already gave us down here on the 3D. So let's say, like real fucking shit, like on every level, every spectrum of energy, they just manifested it down here, and they're like, okay, yeah, just do it this way though, not that way, like down to even a tree. They're like, yeah, because it's a substance. It's just wood, bro. You can take that and shape it and form it into anything you want to. But your government might put on some bill, you know what I'm saying, laying a foundation upon what you can do and what you can't do with these resources, how these lands be government owned and things like that. But these lands really is not owned by nobody. They just kind of like took it by force and then enforced their government and things like that upon people and things like that. So that even what they were doing wasn't seem safe. But whatever you're doing, when it starts gaining momentum, when it starts gaining when it starts having a snowball effect, when it actually starts working, when it starts accumulating, because that's what people are scared of for the most part, right? People are scared of something not working. People are like, okay, nah, this might not work. Like, I don't know, bro. I'd rather do this. I'd rather go to the government, give me a check, or go to the workplace, give me a check. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But, you want to use, like, the shadow government world for your world, for the world you're trying to build inside of you, and for the world that you're trying to go outside of you. Like, for the most part, if you're going to therapy, let's say, which is therapy is just the rapist, therapy, as I said, dude's just raping your mind. You might as well just work on your own mind. And on top of that, you're going to the therapist for like some third dimensional shit. Like, you're going to the therapist because you're not performing well at work. Like, you're trying to fix your chakras that are already damaged based on the things that this world wanted you to do. Like, you're a fucking fool then, because you like using Raphael energy to heal yourself, some positivity, some love, peace, and light above the horizon energy, to do some shit subjectively different and to carry out that duty and responsibility and be able to bring it again above the horizon in a new form of objectivity. You could be doing sales, you could be doing like some type of form of creativity, but if you're investing in yourself for the sake of like work, like third dimensional work, you might be a motherfucking fool. You might need to check yourself again. But again, it's not good or bad. It's just we use these things to build our world, to experience our world, what we're here for. Because this world is very fucking draining. This world is very like parasitical. Like these corporations, these governments, they all just be parasites on the highest level. Like, they don't even have a virtue or principle. They just use virtues and principles like a bitch to reach you and to make themselves make more appealing and things like that. And that's not bad or good. That's just them understanding God, the animating principle of the world, and that's them utilizing that nature to their advantage. So a lot of people hate on the government. Oh, the government. So the government is in the same situation that we are in on an individual level. Like, a lot of people hate on the government. Oh man, yeah, you know, fuck the government, man. I hate the government. But they still maintaining the circumstance of living conditions and things like that. That's why you wouldn't necessarily dare to go against them. You might, but they know how to fucking equalize your ass too. They know how to fucking take rebellious energy and take that shit into you know, docile energy, make you kind of go back to being sheep again. Like, they doing this shit on the highest levels. What am I saying? Everybody's gonna get hated on, but it's not the fact that you're getting hated on. It's what you do with that substance that you're receiving, because that's a substance. That's just the energy. You're supposed to take that, because hate is like Mars on like a negative level, but it's not negative. If you taking it and you transmuting it and turning it into passion and turning it into a drive and going forward with that thing that you said you want to do, regardless of how the world's going to see you. So hate is normal. What's not normal is fucking transmutation. You better believe it.